and is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website www.blacktabbygames.com if you have specific content warnings. Scarlet Hollow contains a You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself. Welcome home. Continue.
So I fixed Scarlet Hollow, I think. So let's continue where we left off. I apologize for the abrupt ending of that last video. Let's see what happens.
Stella, excellent. Always good to have someone experienced helping out in the kitchen.
I had to change the voice. I think the problem is I was using voices and maybe their time ran out, their demo time or something. So we're using natural voice guy.
Stella, with the two of us working together, maybe these will be as good as the diner's biscuits.
Yeah, maybe. It's interesting that the screen reader voice is
Stella, I've never quite been able to compete with that level of perfection on my own.
The game is in game, but the voice is coming out of system on the channel. I don't know how to fix that. Oh well.
Squish that mix. Selected.
Uh-huh.
You get to work and start kneading the mix. Stella, I'll get started on the gravy while you're at it. Stella, anyway, seems like you got an earlier start than I did today. Stella, anything interesting happen while I was asleep? Did Tabby give you a hard time? Stella, and, I don't suppose there's any news from the mines? Explore, I met Bo at the general store this morning, selected. Explore, Tabitha was planning on babysitting me all day but I managed to slip off while she was picking up tea, selected. GD, Tabitha was planning on babysitting me all day but I gave her the slip. Stella, I'm glad you're here. Stella, it's been good to have a friend by my side, even if a lot of our time has been spent running in terror. Explore, I met Bo at the general store this morning, selected.
Yeah, we're gonna explore all these if we can, so.
GD, I met Bo at the general store this morning. Stella, that poor guy. How's he doing? Explore, apparently Big Betty's gone missing, selected. It seems like he's hanging in there, selected. GD, it seems like he's hanging in there. Stella says nothing in response. When I talked to Tabitha this morning, it sounded like they'll still be digging all week, selected. Anyways, that's it for this morning, and I'd rather not talk about last night, selected. GD, anyways, that's it for this morning, and I'd rather not talk about last night. Stella, yeah, I totally feel you. We've got to stick to the here and now if we're gonna get to the bottom of this mystery. Stella, are you pumped to go ghost hunting tonight? I'm extremely pumped, selected. Whatever happens, I hope it's scary. After everything we've been through, I'm pretty nervous, selected. GD, after everything we've been through, I'm pretty nervous. What if it's as bad as the last couple nights have been? Stella, I think ghosts are usually pretty harmless. Stella, as long as you're not adventuring in an abandoned mine. Stella, I don't see how even a legit haunting could be anywhere near as bad as everything that happened to us yesterday, or the day before. Stella, I think we're in for a chill evening. Gretchen, that's wonderful news. After all the excitement of the past 2 days, these old bones definitely need a break. I feel like you're kind of ignoring my reservations, and you've sort of been doing that with a lot of people, selected. I wish you took my concerns more seriously, selected. Just because you like getting scared doesn't mean other people do, selected. Okay, you've convinced me. Tonight'll be fun, selected. I wish you took my concerns more seriously, selected. GD, I wish you took my concerns more seriously. Stella, what do you mean? Every time someone pushes back on something dangerous you roll right over them, selected. When we heard that knocking last night, you wanted us to go after it, selected. I tried to get us to leave the woods on Monday. You wouldn't let me leave, selected. Never mind. You're good, selected. I tried to get us to leave the woods on Monday. You wouldn't let me leave, selected. When we heard when we heard that knocking last night, you wanted us to go after it. Stella, that's just my natural instinct as a professional cryptid hunter. Stella, and it doesn't change the fact that Oscar needs our help, or that something terrible will happen to my home if we don't get to the bottom of things. Stella, are we good? Just the cat. It's always just the cat, frou-frou, don't read into this. ZE woman kicked me out.
Whoops.
Just want a warm place to Stella, are we good? I dunno, you kind of just. You completely deflected. Yeah, of course, selected. GD, yeah, of course. Stella, phew. Stella, you kinda caught me off guard. Gretchen, I'm not sure what just happened. Why do I suddenly feel so bad inside? Was there something wrong with my kibble this morning? Stella, how's the squishing coming along? I think I'm done. How's this look? Selected. Messy, but good I think, selected. GD, messy, but good I think. Stella reaches over and takes the bowl from you. Stella, looks perfect. Now I just have to add the wet stuff and we're in business. Stella, if you want to go ahead and wash your hands, I can take care of the rolling and folding. You wash your hands as Stella adds her milk concoction to the flour mixture, stirring a few times before turning to the counter for the final steps. Stella, our little babies are ready to go in the oven. Stella, and if you don't mind, I'm going to make an egg for myself while we wait. Actually, can I have an egg too? Selected. GD, actually, can I have an egg too? Stella, of course, the more the merrier. Hope you like over easy. Stella cracks an egg into a fresh pan and gets back to work on the stove. Stella, thanks for coming over, by the way. It's nice to have the company. Gretchen, she'll never admit it, but my Stella gets lonely from time to time. It's so nice to have a guest. Explore, Tabitha. Selected. Explore, do you think you'll always live here? Selected. Explore, what happened to your parents? Selected. Explore, you and Kanika seem really close. Selected. Explore, seems like you and Kanika don't hang out much anymore. Explore, so, we're actually gonna meet Reese today, right? Selected. Explore, do you think you'll always. Explore, Tabitha. Explore. GD, do you think you'll always live here? Have you ever thought of moving away? Stella, that's hard to say. Stella, I inherited this house, you know, so I didn't need to worry about where to live or how to survive. Stella, and I know everyone here. I don't really know folks out there. Explore, Tabitha. Explore, what happened to your parents? GD, what happened to your parents? Stella tenses. Stella, car crash. They were taking me to college. Stella, I didn't wind up going to college. Stella, not much more to be said. Explore, did you ever try to go back to school after that? Selected. GD, did you ever try to go back to school after that? Stella stares down at the breakfast food, sizzling away in the pan. Stella, no, didn't have to. Stella, like I said, I inherited this house, so it's not like I needed to worry about where I'd live or how I'd get by. Taking you to college, were you in the car? Selected. That's why you've been so nervous around car. I'm so sorry, Stella. Selected. Sorry, I brought it up. Let's talk about something else. Select. GD, sorry I brought it up. Let's talk about something else. Explore, Tabitha. So, Explore, you and Kanika seem really close. GD, you and Kanika seem really close. Stella, yeah. It's nice that she's back in town, but I wish it were under better circumstances. Stella, she's so busy with the store, too. I don't know how she does it. Stella, it's been nice hanging out with her more the past couple of days. Stella, though again, better circumstances would be nice. Explore, Tabitha. Explore, so, we're actually gonna meet Reese today. How's the food coming? Selected. GD, how's the food coming? A timer goes off and Stella excitedly pops open the oven, pulling out a tray of delectable biscuits. Stella, funny you should ask. Looks like we're done here. Stella, and with that, breakfast is served. Gretchen, if the two of you wouldn't mind saving me just a couple of scraps, that meal smells absolutely delectable. Stella, oh yeah, that's a fresh biscuit all right. Stella, still not as good as the diners, but if I could capture that kind of perfection, there would be no mountains left for me to conquer. Stella, better to have the thrill of a challenge. Stella, it's nice to take things a little easy after the past couple of days. As you and Stella start to dig in, you're interrupted by a phone alarm sounding off. Stella, oh, shoot, I almost forgot it's Mayor Jimmy Day.
What?
Stella, if they're even still doing it after last night. Stella, I wonder how far the news has spread. Stella, either way, it's a good excuse to meet up with Oscar and start talking ghosts. Gretchen scoffs at the mention of Mayor Jimmy. Gretchen, Mayor my rear end. I certainly never voted for him. Talk to animals, Gretchen says she didn't vote for him. Selected. GD, Gretchen says she didn't vote for him. Stella, well of course she didn't. Gretchen's a dog. Dogs can't vote. Stella falls silent. Stella, maybe they should, though. Stella, how would that even work? Little paw prints? Ah, never mind, I'm getting ahead of myself. Stella, let's finish up and head on over. I'll make sure to bring some biscuits for the mayor. Gretchen, biscuits. I can't believe Stella's bringing the good stuff for that lowlife. Gretchen doesn't seem to like Mayor Jimmy very much. Selected. GD, Gretchen doesn't seem to like Mayor Jimmy very much. Stella, huh? Because she barked? Stella, well that won't stop me from bringing biscuits, it's always good to be polite. Stella, let's go. You and Stella make your way to the library. It's busier than usual. A small crowd has already formed in a corner of the main foyer. Stella, now we're just waiting on Kanika. Kanika, thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts.
I like the other voice better.
Stella, yes. The whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce GD to the mayor for the entire time I've known him. Stella, I've never gotten to introduce someone to the mayor before. Kanika, it'll be worth it. Trust us. Stella, all right. Shall we?
Yeah, why not?
He's a dog.
What the fuck? Okay, that explains a lot. Yeah.
You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to.
So, I don't agree with dressing pets up. Most of them don't like it.
And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday.
Why the fuck did you vote for a dog as mayor?
The mayor, good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand.
He's very political, isn't he?
Explore, hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? Selected. Explore, shake his paw, it's You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. Security goon, no paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. The mayor, I must apologize for my security detail, he has my best interests at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. Explore, hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin, selected. GD, hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? Security goon, not when I'm off duty. The mayor scoffs. The mayor, off duty. The services you render for me are more important than your police work. Explore, you still haven't found Duke's body. Explore, Gretchen says you're a lowlife, selected. Explore, he's a dog, selected. Explore, I knew he'd be a dog, selected. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town, we need your help, selected. Explore, he's a dog. GD, he's a dog. The mayor, and you're an ape, and yet here I am, the big dog in charge. Security goon, he's the mayor.
Oh god, that's funny.
Stella, I'm so glad no one ruined the surprise.
You know, I think Ohio should vote the governor in as a cat. Might work better.
Kanika, this town has had a dog as mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason.
That's interesting. Okay. Now.
Stella, it's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. Stella, and all my friends, and Winnie's Biscuits, oh, and the close-knit small-town community of course. Stella, but having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. The mayor, now, is there something I can help you with? You're not one of my constituents. I'd like to make sure I spend plenty of time with the voters. Explore, you still haven't found. Explore. Mayor, there's something. We're doomed, aren't we, selected. GD, we're doomed, aren't we? Stella, doomed? No way, not while we're on the case. Kanika, Scarlet Hollow has lasted since at least the early 1900s with a dog in its highest seat of power, so I don't think that's what'll make or break things. Kanika, maybe a dog mayor is good luck, who knows? The mayor, if you're here about the pet disappearances, I've been made aware of the situation. The mayor, but what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn, that's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. The mayor, I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. The mayor, there was a mine collapse yesterday. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? You care about tourists, selected. Wait, how do you know what's going on, selected?
You know, this mayor reminds me of Gravy Boat from Dungeon Crawler Carl.
How do you know what's going on? The mayor, I'm the mayor. I keep up to date with what's going on among my constituents, and while it's unfortunate that there seems to be something amiss in Scarlet Hollow, I'm a pillar of this community. The mayor, I need to present myself as strong, calm, and collected in the face of danger, otherwise it might cause a panic. The mayor, and nobody wants that, right? Gretchen, I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Gretchen, look at you, putting on a show in front of your adoring fans while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. Gretchen, when are you finally going to do something meaningful for the harrier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? The mayor, now Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Gretchen, Scraps never would have let those things prowl the woods for so long. Gretchen, and yet you sit back, waiting for the humans to notice, and letting more innocent dogs suffer. Gretchen, you know I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? The mayor, now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs, it's fair of me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate. Gretchen, don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. He's only a dog, it's not like he has any real power, selected. She's got a good point, Mr. Mayor, selected. Ugh, I guess every politician is corrupt and cowardly, even the actual dogs, selected. Stella, your dog is yelling at the mayor, selected. Wow, Gretchen is barking a lot. I think she doesn't like the mayor, selected. Say nothing. So you remain silent, deciding instead to let Gretchen speak her piece. Gretchen, Scraps would have been out in those woods at the first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creatures who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Gretchen, yet here he is posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy.
That sounded ferocious. Interesting soundbite for that dog.
Stella, hey, whoa, Gretchen. Calm down, old girl, you're gonna pull a muscle. The mayor, Emmer Franklin, I think now's a good time to dispose of this riffraff. Security goon, Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. Stella, I should have known better, these two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy.
Your mother was a hamster. No, your father was a hamster, and your mother smelt of elderberries.
Gretchen, in great. Neer do well. You dog. Kanika is quick to follow. Follow them. Selected.
Sure, let's do that.
It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck.
Oh God, not this guy.
Mystical, it's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike him.
Yeah.
Strange man, sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? Pastor Daniel, I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're GD? Everyone's been buzzing about you.
Have they?
Pastor Daniel, I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now.
Here we go.
Explore, I doubt Perline's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful, selected. Explore, let's not kid ourselves. We both know Perline's in hell, selected. GD, let's not kid ourselves, we both know Perline's in hell. Pastor Daniel, oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Pastor Daniel, most people are good, deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Explore, hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Select. Explore, Janie mentioned you this morning, selected. Talk to animals, Gretchen says she didn't vote for the mayor, so talk to animals, the mayor is a huckster and a fraud. People in town seem to think there's something wrong with you, selected.
Yeah, let's do this.
GD, people in town seem to think there's something wrong with you. Pastor Daniel, haha, are they calling me creepy again?
Well, yeah.
Pastor Daniel, I've heard some folks like to tell little jokes like that. Pastor Daniel, folks in this town sure have an interesting sense of humor.
You know,
Pastor
I
Daniel,
haven't...
but it's really funny.
Is it?
Pastor Daniel, anyway, I just thought I'd offer to lend an ear if you ever needed to talk through your feelings about Perline's passing, or your mother's passing for that matter. I see what everyone meant. You've got a vibe, selected. GD, I see what everyone meant. You've got a vibe. Pastor Daniel, haha, I'm sure it's just because you've met so many people. Pastor Daniel, well, I don't want to keep you for long. Pastor Daniel, but I thought I'd let you know I'm trained in spiritual counseling, so just keep me in mind if you find yourself struggling emotionally with anything at all. Pastor Daniel, I'm a good listener. I offered the same to Tabitha, of course, since she and my wife Janie are friends, but I think she's been a bit too busy to take me up on it. He wanders off, cautiously smelling his clothes.
We gave him a complex.
Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions.
Yeah.
Go after them. So you find them already talking to Oscar deeper into the library. Kanika, are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. Oscar, I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark, either. but I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Stella, yeah, there's no way I'm going in until that spirit is at full power.
Yeah.
Stella, I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts. I'm not gonna waste it just because I'm impatient. Kanika, y'all are gonna be the death of me.
Yes, ma'am.
Kanika, and you're sure there's nothing we can do for Rosalina right now? Oscar, I don't think so. She's been locked up in the back room all day, hasn't been very interested in talking to anyone. I think the best we can do is stick to the plan, ghost bust the house clean, and give her a real bed to sleep in tonight. Oscar, I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation? Is that what you'd call something like this? Stella, I believe it's called a haunting. But ghost infestation also sounds good.
It's a ghosty.
Stella, I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Stella, anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be set on preparations. The only thing y'all need to bring is an open mind. Don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this, Selected. We have the power of friendship on our side, Selected. I still don't think ghosts are real, Selected. Don't worry. GD, don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this.
Or die trying.
Stella, heck yeah, we will. Kanika, yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it tonight. Oscar, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
No worries, Oscar.
Kanika, well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's. Stella, absolutely. Come on, GD, time to go bother our friend.
And I apologize for the shortness of this video, but that's what we're going to leave it for now. We'll do Reese and the rest of the stuff another day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like what you see, hit me up with a like and subscribe, comment, leave feedback, share, all that fun stuff. Until then, have a nice day, and thank you for watching.